Recovery Girls, I'm Kristin, and I want to talk to you guys about the 11th step today, which says, sought through prayer and meditation to maintain our conscious contact with God as we understood Him, praying only for the knowledge of His will for us and the power to carry it out. I am on day 1 of a 30-day sabbatical from my ministry work. The work that I do is a lot of recovery work with couples, and especially with women who've either experienced sexual brokenness in their own life or in the life of their partner, and also helping parents equip their kids to win the battle for sexual integrity in this super sex-saturated culture that we live in. And it's very intense work. I love it. It's such a calling from God for me, but it is very intense. And so I am taking a break, and I'm going to be spending time with God in the time that I would be doing this ministry work. So today I'm kicking it off with a bike ride because it helps me get rid of and discharge some of the negative energy, or if I'm triggered or if I'm struggling, it kind of helps me push that out through the pedals of my bike, through my blood pumping as I move and get out into God's creation, because I am trying to clear space so that I can find an open channel between me and God, so that I can hear His voice, so that I can maintain that conscious contact with Him. And what's beautiful about my recovery journey with regards to the 11th step is how much it's changed the way that I connect with God and the way I pray. So it used to be a lot of me telling God what I thought needed to happen, and most of those things were what seemed really like a good idea, like, God, please heal my marriage, please change and heal my husband. Well, and also, God, please heal my dad and help him with his addiction to alcohol. Well, about 10.5 years ago, my marriage ended because my first husband's sexual addiction continued and was not changing. And then my father, who was only 58 years old, drank himself to death. So my life fell apart. That, and I was fired from the job that I had in full-time ministry because of getting a divorce. So there were 3 major crises that happened all at the same time. And the ways that I was praying were not being answered the ways that I wanted them to. And that was really the start of God taking me on a journey to letting go of what I think should happen and opening myself up to perhaps He has a different plan. Now, I'm not going to get into the whole mystery of God's plan versus His allowance of us to have free will and make our choices, because when there's addiction involved, when there's people harming other people involved, there's so much complication. But that's probably just another post for another day. But for now, I'll just say that I try to pray way more for God's will to be done than for a specific outcome that I want. Now, I still do pray for specific outcomes, but I try to have my spiritual posture before God be a lot more, okay, but not my will, but your will be done. You see Jesus do that when He's in the Garden of Gethsemane, and He doesn't want to go to the cross and die, but He does, because that's God's plan. It's a part of a bigger plan that I really don't know and understand. And lo and behold, now, all these years later, God has used all that pain and brokenness in my life that I prayed would not happen to use me to help other people who are struggling and suffering with some of these same things that I experienced. So it's helped me trust God a whole lot more. Now, there's always going to be things in my life that I still don't see the point. I still don't see the purpose. But I can rest more in knowing that God has got me, that when I make a decision to turn my will and my life over to His care, that He really does care. So that makes me so much more excited to rest in His presence, to seek to connect with Him through prayer and meditation. So I'm going to go do that. And I'm so thankful I don't have to be on this journey of recovery alone. I'm so thankful that you're on it with me.